ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Mamas. I'm Amajal Knowles with your ZNS Total Sports. We are live here at the Royal Nassau Sailing Club, the site of tonight's welcome reception where dozens of sailors are gathered, sailors that are set to compete in this weekend's Best of the Best regatta here at the Montague Foreshore. Now, tonight's festivities is currently underway as the race committee is currently drawing the race orders for tomorrow's competition. But before we get to more from tonight, just a quick check on what's happening around the country. Started the fair last night at Government House. The who's who in the local sporting community came out to support the new inductees, the Bahamas Sports Hall of Fame, the 2019 class, including Raymond Tucker, Ray Wiley, and Paul Wong for bodybuilding, Jackie Conyers for volleyball, Ronald Cartwright for track and field, Basil the Kid Sands, Stanton Stoney Ferguson, Linda Davis for basketball, Ali Culmer for softball, M. Ambrose Guthrow, and posthumously Prince Zorro Stubbs for golf, and Walter Callender for track and field. The minister speaking on the 2019 class.
We've come to pay homage to a group of champions among us, locally grown, yet globally known. Indeed, as we climax the 2019 National Sports Heritage Month celebrations, we are proud to highlight 12 sporting greats, namely Raymond Tucker, bodybuilding, Raymond Wiley, bodybuilding, Paul Wong, bodybuilding, Stansel Stoney Ferguson, basketball, Basil the Kid Sands, basketball, Linda Davis, basketball, Jacqueline Conyers, volleyball, Ronald Cartwright, track and field, Alfred Ali Culmer, softball, M. Ambrose Guthrow, golf, and posthumously Walter Callender, track and field, and Prince Zorro Stubbs, golf.
And Ali Culmer speaking on behalf of the class.
Sports writers, media, various sporting clubs, associations, federations, BOC, sponsors. Those are the people who really made us to be where we are today. We take great pleasure in joining the 176 National Hall of Famers as the family members. We say thank you for celebrating with us on this special occasion.
For Jackie Conyers and Dr. Linda Davis, it was a night that was a long time coming and one that climaxed some of the country's greatest sporting legacies.
I am elated and honored to have been inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight. I say thank you. I am humbled. It's a great feeling. I decided to hang it up in 2006, playing at the CVC Games here in Nassau. That was my last national, international tournament. And, I decided, it's time for me to contribute and give back. Mentor some youth, mentor some younger players into volleyball. Volleyball have done so much for me. I was given a full scholarship at St. Augustine's College in North Carolina by Tom DeBerg Grant. It has assisted me in dealing with many issues. And I'm saying that, I want to encourage as many kids as possible to participate in volleyball. Volleyball is a key to success for many.
I am feeling ecstatic. I'm really quite honored to have been chosen among so many others who ought to have been selected. I look at this as an opportunity, as the good minister suggested, to really role model opportunities and excellence for youth. And so I consider this as a platform of sorts to do just that. Women's sports has had lows and highs, and certainly I'm honored to stand next to my colleague volleyballer Jackie Conyers. She and I would have also played volleyball as well as basketball and netball, and so the opportunity for women to really walk in these kinds of spaces and to experience these kinds of opportunities.
Stansel Ferguson also sharing his thoughts on the big night.
I feel very proud, very elated. I guess this is the climax. Going through the prior events that we held, as the minister mentioned, I thought that was the time that this anxiety in me started to grow. Mixing with all the honorees and visiting the House of Assembly, which was a first for me, visiting the Defense Force, which was a first for me. So all in all, it's been very good, and I'm very, very appreciative of the award.
How did you feel when they called your name and then put on the jacket?
Well, when they called my name and put on the jacket, I wondered if it was going to fit, first of all, and say it fit very well. And I'm saying, well, here's something I'm going to have for life. I don't know how many times I'm going to wear it, but I hope sure I look good in it, and I sure felt good as well.
In news from the association, Buddy and the Sacramento Kings getting ready to lock up with the Portland Trailblazers later tonight. For Buddy Buckets, he says the Kings are welcoming all challengers.
We got to have confidence regardless of who we're playing. It doesn't matter. Portland's a good team. You know, they added an additional piece, Melo. He's playing really well right now. So we got to try to let out that fire is going. But, you know, no matter who's in front of us, we got to go in and compete. And regardless, you know, that's a tough place to play at. But we got to be ready. And no matter who's on the court or not, you know, we got to go in and compete. And we got some catching up to do. But we got guys that are built for this. And we got to make a run at it. Tough road trip. We got to make a run at it.
A big win for the Texas men's basketball program gave them their 7th on the young season with a 67-57 home win over the UAB Blazers. Freshman big man Kai Jones produced 4 points, 3 boards, 2 steals, and 3 blocks off the bench. He was a stud on both ends of the floor when needed, and provided some highlights to help the Longhorns secure the win and advance to 7-1 on the season. UAB came into the game as one of the teams that was expected to finish middle of the pack in the CUSA. They carried a record of 4-2, while the Longhorns came into the game with a record of 6-1. Last weekend saw a number of exciting Division I basketball games, both on the men and ladies side, as a part of the Battle for Atlantis and the Bahamas Hoop Fest Classic. We spoke with one of the coaches on the ladies side on the importance of tournaments such as these for their programs.
Well, first of all, I mean, this is the first one that I think they've had down here for the women. So what it gives you an opportunity is to play really good teams on a neutral court. And so I've always been a big fan of that. So to be able to play both Arkansas and Lehigh on a neutral court was really, really big for us.
In golf news, 18 of the world's best golfers are currently in the capital for the 2019 Hero World Challenge taking place at the Albany Resort. The event may not be an official PGA Tour event, but it features one of the strongest lineups you will see all season, with play getting underway at 10:40 a.m. this morning. 12 players with an official world golf ranking in the top 25 will be included in the field, including world number 3 and tournament favorite Jon Rahm, who was the 2018 winner. The 3-time PGA Tour champion is listed at a 7-2 odds to take this year's tournament, while Justin Thomas is 7-1 and Tiger Woods is 8-1, with Webb Simpson being the only other person within the field that has odds shorter than 10-1. The postseason accolades continue to come in for Bahamian collegiate football standout Mike Strawn. This past weekend, he was named the Division II All-American. This after the American Football Coaches Association released its All-America teams on Tuesday. The redshirt junior would be named second team All-American. The redshirt junior currently shares the all-time University of Charleston touchdown record of 27 and is set to surpass the mark by time as his playing career is ended at the University of Charleston. This season alone, the Freeport native set UC single-season records in receiving yards with 1,319, receiving touchdowns with 19, and receptions with 19, also breaking the single-game receptions record with 13. Strawn's breakout season allowed the wide receiver to receive Division II top 10 marks for the 2019 season, finishing second in receiving touchdowns, 6th in receiving yards, 9th in receptions, and 5th in receiving yards per game. Well, the race committee currently discussing the rules and regulations for this weekend's races. Now, as far as tomorrow is concerned, the first race of the day is slated for a 9:30 a.m. start. So all you sailing fans certainly want to make your way on out to the Montague Foreshore this weekend and get in some of the action down at the 2019 Best of the Best Regatta. That's all the time we have for you for sports on this Wednesday. A quick check on weather is up next.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.